What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like. What the hell? My shirt. I got something on my damn shirt. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys donate to the channel. All right, man. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this story with the Karmelo thing. I was going to play some clips, but there's no need for it. The jury found him guilty of first-degree murder. And they sentenced him to 35 years. My wife said something to me. She was like, "How the fuck the jury get to give of a sentence for a defense for a case for a verdict, I guess, right?" And I said that's in Texas. It's certain places like that allow jurors to do that. So I just put it this way. Am I shocked about it? No. Am I angry about it? A little. But I'm not angry at Karmelo. I'm not angry at I'm not even angry at the kids that's involved. The witnesses, Austin that's passed away, God rest his soul. I'm not angry at the kids. I'm angry at the adults in the room. Let me break down some of the things I got a problem with this whole thing about. Listen, the parents is not shit. I apologize to everybody. I forgot. I was thinking about two different types of cases that I was dealing with, right? And I was off on this. These are the same parents of this kid's Austin that soon this kid got killed, the mother, the brother, the father, I don't even blame the brother, but the mother and the father was out doing interviews. Soon this shit happened. Now people grieve different. I get that. But if rational human beings would think that if something like that happened to your kid, you're not out doing a news interview in front of your house. This is like the dumbest shit in the world, right? Like it's almost like you're trying to poison the system in a way to get justice for some shit that you don't even know fully what happened. You just know your kid got killed, and from what your son says, right? We don't know all evidence, but you get out there and it's like you poison. It was just a bad look to me, and I believe the parents ain't shit. And the father, from what we heard, is the father. The reason that the mother and the father is the Austin parents is divorced is because the father was beating the shit out of the mother, and then there was accusations of that the two twins was beating the shit out of the father, right? Because these are some big ass kids, right? These kids like 6 something, right? 6'2", 6'3". 200 and something pounds a piece, right? So these are big kids. So, that whole dynamic was all fucked up, right? Then on the other side that I'm upset about is Karmelo family, his parents. And people are like, "Kenny, come on, whoa, you tripping." And I'm not. First of all, they shouldn't have been doing the interview. Haven't been Crump and all them come in and say, "No, you gotta." You're poisoning the fucking jury when you do that. Just because they did it, you shouldn't do it. I'd have stayed quiet because of the simple fact is my kid is up for going to jail for life. So I'm shutting the fuck up. So I'm angry at the parents that even came out and let their lawyers speak it out. No, we ain't saying nothing. Only thing we gotta say, listen, we see everybody in court. My son is very, very sorry for what happened to their family and happened to their son. But my son, from what we know, is that my son said it was self-defense. That's it. It's no a fucking interview about race and all that other shit. Like it was just the adults in the room angers me. That's what I'm angered about, the adults in the room. So that's one part of the adults that I'm angry about. Now, I'm very, very highly appalled that his lawyers, and I'm talking about Karmelo lawyers, did not allow the all-white jury. You couldn't put one, you couldn't get one. And the reason they said they couldn't put the one jury people there, three black people, is because they was educators. That's what the prosecution said. What the fuck are we talking about here? Listen, I don't give a fuck who you put on that jury. They all got a bias. But they said they wouldn't put the educated black people on the jury because they was educators. What the fuck? And Karmelo Anthony, defense lawyer, allowed that shit. He went along, like, what the fuck? So that's some shit I'm pissed off about. And then we come to find out that the prosecutor, the judge, and Austin father all know each other. That's a conflict of interest right there. And then it goes back to the defense. How did they not know that? Or did you know that? Or maybe that's their game plan. I could be wrong. Game plan of getting the appeal. Because he's going, listen, he's going to get a new trial, or they're going to dismiss the charges. Right? Because the attorney, the district attorney, the judge, and the father cannot be all involved in this process. That's a conflict of interest in this case. It's a conflict of interest. So that's another thing. And by you, the judge knew, the prosecutor knew. So that already was like, what the fuck is going on here? That's what I mean. The adults in the room. What is going on? And to the father, too, like, we know you're a piece of shit, but you want really justice for your kids. Do it the right way. So you just, the adults in the room is a piece of shit. Then the third thing, the jury. And I want to make this very, very clear. I'm not saying that Karmelo shouldn't get no time. But we have seen people make a mistake of a hit and run. Not a hit and run, but like a drunk drive, a DEI, somebody, under the influence, and killed somebody. And they don't get 35 fucking years. Okay? And the other thing is, how can you give this kid first-degree murder or convict him of first-degree murder when he didn't start the shit? Listen, I was saying this shit to my wife, and I think I said this before. Listen, man. The adults in the room really got to really, really grow the fuck up, or stop telling these kids that you the adult when you don't act like one. Common sense will tell you, hey, man, Austin was out of pocket anyway, how you look at it. And like I said, I not wish death on the kid. God rest his soul. Hey, what you thought that this was a, listen, the average person know this is when I was that age, it was very, like, I knew that this is possible that can happen if you put your hands on somebody. And like I said, does the actions of what he did deserve him being killed? No. But real reality is, you don't listen. It's like listen, people. If you go outside right now and a person is mentally ill, right? And you go fuck with a mentally ill person, they already thinking whatever they thinking. And you put your hands on a mentally ill person and they stab you and you die, they gonna go free. Because number one, you don't supposed to put your hands on nobody. I don't know what's wrong with society at this point where you don't understand. Words is words. Shit, words can leave up to you being killed. We seeing that happen. But imagine somebody put their hands on you. Do it justify the actions of somebody. Listen, it doesn't matter. You don't know what anybody is capable of doing or what they may be going through mentally. You don't know if Karmelo was being fucked with before. That's why he probably had the knife. And that's the other thing. Go back to the lawyers. Why the fuck y'all ain't put him on the stand? I don't give a fuck about the cross-examine. Every emotion that kid have, it needs to be out. We need to know why this kid had that knife. We need to know why he felt like his life was in danger. But you don't put him on the stand. What the fuck do you got to lose? Now he's sitting in prison at 17 years old. Listen, man, I say this to all the young folks out there, man. I mean, at this point, it's too late for grown-ass adults because they should know better or they just ignorant and stupid at this point. If you put your hands on somebody, I don't give a fuck if it's not that serious of how you put your hands on somebody. You don't know what somebody is capable of doing to fucking kill you. They may kill you. They may beat the dog shit out of you. They may beat you up so bad you might die. It's a very highly possibility of everything I just said. It's a low percentile that you just get in a fight with somebody and everybody walk away. It's very low of that at this time, the times that we are in. And the first thing you know as a kid, your parents tell you, don't you put your hands on, if somebody put their hands on you, then you put your hands on them. But they tell you don't put your hands on nobody. Words is words. Every kid has been raised that way from the generation I grew up in before. Listen, my condolences go out to the Karmelo Anthony family of their kid basically lost their life over some bullshit. Over a tent, people. Over seating. Everybody acting like, well, Karmelo should just got up and left. Okay, cool. Yeah, he should have just got up and left. Fine. Well, what Austin should have did when Karmelo said no? You know what he could have did? He could have got his big goofy ass up and walked down there and got his coach or got security to get Karmelo removed. He didn't have to take it in his own hands because that's what he did. So when people say, oh, what you trying to blame the victim? Ain't it part of his fault? Why he did? You make choices in life. If I choose to put my hands on somebody and I'm not expecting them to shoot or kill me, okay. But that's not reality. It's a very high possibility. I go out here and I put my hands on somebody, I may can get killed. It doesn't matter how hard the shove was or whatever, or how hard I hit a motherfucker. Shit, if a motherfucker threatens you to a certain extent, people shoot people because they feel like their life in danger. If a woman is getting threatened by a big ass man and he getting real close to her and he stepped her and she shoot him, you gonna let him go. I mean, you gonna let her go. She felt threatened. You ain't waiting on, how hard he pushed her and all. No. This kid was 200 and something pounds and 6 something. Karmelo was 135 pounds, about 5'10". What the fuck? And then what made it even bad, the dude that he came over there to gave a dap to pretended in court that he didn't even know Karmelo like that. He didn't even know him. So imagine Karmelo sitting there and he just came to dap this kid up and he been sitting. Karmelo sat there for a minute. Nobody said shit to him until this dude, Austin, came and his brothers and them came to try to get him removed. Like they authority figure. You're a child. He was a child trying to tell another child what he's supposed to do. That ain't his fucking responsibility. Now, if I'm Karmelo and I do that just dapped up, don't vouch for me, and I'm seeing all this shit, I'm not feeling like a threat. It's shit. What's the fuck going on? You supposed to be my man. At least cool with me. You supposed to be like, even the kid should have just said, hey, bro, listen, yeah, it is true, though, bro. You can't say it, though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nobody de-escalated it. But you wanted all the responsibility to go to Karmelo, another child. But none of the other children didn't have, like, you just ignored that they couldn't make better decisions or something like that. They had other options on how they supposed to handle this situation. But Karmelo, the black kid, it was a way he should have did it. He should have just got up and left. Listen, we don't know the tone of how this kid was talking to Karmelo. We don't know nothing. We don't even, listen, a lot of the evidence, listen, man. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this shit because I want to get to the LeBron James and his lying ass, and I want to get to Stephen A. pussy ass. Listen, this is a sad day for young folks. Because, like I said, God rest Austin's soul, and love and wishes and praises go to the young brother, Karmelo, man. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Austin too, but I'm mad at the adults, man. The adults failed these kids. We as adults be failing these kids, and then we be sitting here trying to put all the blame on them. They're kids, bro. And adults in the room are acting worse than the children. Excuse me. This is sad, bro. It's a sad day, man. We got two children that lost their lives today. Basically, Karmelo life over. However you look at it. And the jury should be ashamed of himself for giving this kid 35 years. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This kid has no background of being violent. He's a very highly educated high school kid. His grade level grades is crazy. One of the best in the fucking country. Definitely in the school. Has no type of background of conflict. And you sentence this kid to 35 fucking years. You gonna put him in prison with fucking killers and murderers and rapists, violent motherfuckers, and you think that helps him? It's some type of justice? It's not. This is why I couldn't be in no jury. I can't see me ruin another kid's life like that. We lost one kid. And now you gonna throw this kid away, huh? Sad, man. This country ain't shit. And the adults in this country, a lot of y'all ain't shit. This is a sad day for everybody. Listen, I don't feel sorry for Austin parents. I feel a little sorry for his brother. But his parents, fuck his parents. His parents ain't shit. His parents ain't shit. Nobody talk about how their home was broken or nothing like that. Austin had a broken home. Nothing like that. They ain't even bring that up. His dad ain't in the home. But you know that when it was a black dude, it was Karmelo, nigga, they was looking to see if the father was a good father and all that shit. Like I said, I don't think it was race when it came to Karmelo and Austin. I just don't think it was racism there between them. Because there was black kids there too. A lot of them was witnesses. So I don't think it was a race thing between them. But outside of that, yes, damn sure it was a race thing. Damn sure it was a race thing. But first, with the interaction with those kids, no, it wasn't a race thing when it came to them. It was about a kid that thought that he had the authority figure over another child because of the grown-ass adult told him that he did, which is a false narrative. We're dealing with incompetent grown-ass adults, people. That's what we're dealing with. This is why this kid is going to jail for 35 years, and this is why our kid is dead. Because we got incompetent grown-ass adults. The president is incompetent. He's the leader of the country. Look at his stupid ass. This incompetent piece of shit. And the people he surrounded himself with. Look at a lot of the people in the government. People that's supposed to be authority figures. Look at how incompetent they are. Come on, man. This is why a part of me before I had my daughter, this is kind of part of the reason I didn't want to have kids. You get what I mean? Because it seems like the adults don't understand that they got to be the adults in the moment, regardless if your kid wrong or right. Even if my kid is in the right, I'm still like, hey, it's a better way for you to handle this too as well. Like it's you have to talk to your fucking kids. When they tell you shit happened or you find out shit happens. And a lot of this should be complicated, but hey, you was a child before, you know how complicated a child could think of how shit is. You've been there. And for the grown-ass adults to pretend that they don't understand what the fuck is going on, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? We just lost 2 kids because we got incompetent grown-ass adults in their lives. Listen, every adult failed that's a part of that situation with those two kids failed those kids. Both of them. The coach should be ashamed of himself. He shouldn't be able to sleep that night. The fuck you give the authority to another kid to tell other kids that where they can't sit and can't sit. Where they can and can't. Nah, man. I blame the adults. I don't blame Karmelo. Listen, I don't blame Austin. I blame the adults of why this happened. And a lot of adults should be taking a good look at themselves. And you see people all on the internet giving that fucked up ass, stupid ass, childish ass opinions about shit. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Oh yeah, he should go to jail for the rest of his life. What the fuck are you talking? It's a child. Then you got people on the other side. Oh, yeah, well, he deserved to die. No, he didn't. Austin didn't deserve to die. Neither should this kid be in jail. A bunch of fucking heathens, man. Everybody want to... See, I told you that. Proving the point for what? You want to be right about what? These kids... Both of these kids basically dead. And you won't... And people giving their fucked up opinions... You're a part of the problem why these kids are dead. Take some responsibility for that shit. That's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say about that. This shit, honestly, this is actually embarrassing. of what happened to these kids. Because you're going to see all the racist white people get out there and throw their little stupid racism shit. Grown-ass people. And then you're going to have people on the other side of that talking about this shit, blah, blah, man. All you motherfuckers are part of the problem. These are kids. And when grown-ass adults use kids for their own agenda, it's a part of the fucking problem. And then you wonder why the kids fucked up. You wonder why Karmelo made that decision. You wonder why Austin didn't make another decision of going to go get the coach. Because of y'all stupid motherfuckers. Y'all are part of the problem. Now you got a kid dead. Now you got a kid in jail for the rest of his life. Damn it. It's life over, bro. I don't give a fuck if he go through the appeal. Listen, mentally this kid is fucked up because he killed this kid. And he didn't mean to kill that kid. But he killed somebody. It's life over, bro. You don't, listen, you don't bounce back from that. And if I'm the people in the jail, the brothers and shit, you leave that fucking kid alone and let him do his time and protect him. Don't get him involved in none of that dumb shit. I know a lot of you ignorant niggas be in jail and shit fucking with them kids. Leave that kid alone, man. Take him under your wing. Make sure nothing happens to him. Make sure you don't get involved in shit. Like, but what am I saying? It's jail, people. You probably got racist guards in there, probably gonna do shit to torture this kid and trigger him. That's what I mean. The adults in the room. Anyway, people. Let's move on to this LeBron James shit. Listen, I'm gonna say this as respectfully as I can to LeBron James. Because I keep telling y'all, people think that I genuinely, like I despise LeBron. I don't like LeBron James. Like I love LeBron James as a person. But as a basketball player, he's the most manipulative, delusional athlete in the last 100 years. Listen, when you talk about, remember when people used to say, Floyd Mayweather, this nigga be wild and think he better than Muhammad Ali. Remember that? Niggas like, come on, bro, you out your damn mind. Right? And then people was like, oh, he tripping. People saying, oh, Floyd Mayweather is the best athlete we ever seen. Top 5 best athletes. Is that too far off? People got had a problem with that. But he wasn't wrong of how he felt. Right? Because he's in a solo sport. But is he the most athletic? No. I mean, he's the biggest athlete ever. He's top 5, yes. You top 10, however. But yes, I look at a Deion Sanders was way better than Floyd Mayweather as an athlete. Just being honest. Niggas put Bo Jackson there. Niggas put Barry Sanders. Like, we're talking about niggas that's very athletic. Like, come on, bro. But it's like, you can't be upset at Floyd for that shit. Right? But you know what's bothering motherfuckers about LeBron, people like me, is LeBron James like to play both sides, and people like me have enough of this shit. It's enough, LeBron. It's enough, bro. And this is why people like me do not allow LeBron James to be in his top 5. Some people just take him out of their top 5 because of just his antics, the shit that he says and how he tries to bullshit the people about how great he is, right? And so a lot of people get tired of that shit and the line and the shit that is people be doing. Honestly, they get tired of it, so they just took him out of the top 5, just off of that. I took him out of the top 5 partly for that, But the main reason is, like I told you, he don't got 5 rings. And I can't consider, as great as Larry Bird was, I can't consider Larry Bird a top 5 player of all time, and he ain't got 5. Come on, bro. We know Shaq was the most dominant basketball player of all time. Nobody fuck with Shaq. Dominant? Nobody. But he ain't got 5. And I can't put him up to that. We know Bill Russell got more rings than everybody. His stats is not compared to all other niggas. All other motherfuckers that's in that top 10. He just, listen, and I'm not trying to downplay Bill Russell, but his stats is damn near just a little better than Robert Horry's stats. Big Shot Bob stats. Being real. Go look at it. Just being real. I think the one thing that he did dominate was probably maybe rebounds. He dominated rebounding. And you give him that. But other than that, come on, bro. You go look at Bill Russell's stats. Ain't all that. But let's listen to LeBron James try to play both sides with ring culture. And we're going to debunk everything that this nigga said and everything. But this is on the arenas thing.
In an interview with Time, LeBron addressed a variety of topics, including the narrative around ring chasing and star players teaming up with each other, saying, quote, "It's no different from someone in business going from one place to the next place because they get a better opportunity to be around better people. In sports, sometimes people get so caught up in he should do this on his own. I don't play tennis. I don't play golf. The way I grew up is we've got to do this together as a team. So teamwork does make the dream work."
Let me say this. Just him saying that's just bullshit. Because the whole reason LeBron James created super teams, his first super team, was because of rings. The thing is that he changed the dynamic of getting how to get those rings. And he failed at it. LeBron James, all the super teams that he put together, LeBron James should have way more rings than the motherfuckers that we say that's great. That we put above him. He should have more than 10. He should have more than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He should have more than Magic Johnson. He should have more than Kobe Bryant. He should have more rings than Michael Jordan. And he should have way more rings than Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Bird, all the rest of them that's in the top 10. Him and Bill should have all the damn rings. LeBron. I want to make this very clear to LeBron James fans and to LeBron. The reason that a motherfucker like me and a lot of people don't have you in that top 5 is because of them rings. You don't have enough rings. You broke all the... Hey, man, you played longer than everybody. Congratulations. You broke records. Okay, cool. You think Michael Jordan cared about breaking records? He cared about them rings. His stats was going to be his stats, nigga. But them rings was what he was going for. And that's been like that since before him. And it's supposed to be after him. And it was after him and to you. All of a sudden, rings don't matter. It's just about stats now. How many records you break? Bullshit. Bullshit. And like I said, you try to compare two occupations like they're the same. They're not. This is basketball, nigga. This ain't a regular business. This is basketball. Just like basketball is different for the greatest in their profession is different from football, baseball, hockey, you name it. You go down the line, everything's different. But it's about the motherfucking championship, and it's about those rings. That's what they do have in common. Yeah, the stats is there. We go off the stats, but it's about those rings. And for LeBron James to try to pretend, and his people try to sit out and pretend that the rings don't matter as much as they do. I broke a lot of records. Okay, nigga. Okay. That's why you still ain't in the top 5. That's why nobody believe that you the greatest basketball player ever, and which you're not. I keep telling y'all, listen, LeBron James is a great player. It's nothing special about LeBron James. If you really look at it, when you seen Mike, he was like, oh shit, this nigga different. Even before Mike, you seen Magic, Dr. J, and them niggas was special. It was something about them niggas was special. Larry Bird, special. Rare breed, like, yo, listen, something about those type of dudes are different auras. LeBron James got an aura, but it ain't like this. It's nothing special about LeBron. Nothing. It's nothing. You see Kobe, you knew. They always compare. They either closest thing to Mike. But then you like, hold on. Yeah, all right. He number 2. But then you look at Kobe, you like, yo, that nigga work ethic was crazy. Then you start bringing up, oh, Kobe was more skilled than any basketball player to ever put a puck in a fucking game of basketball. Facts. He's more skilled than Michael. His idol, the nigga that they put behind him. I mean, the nigga they put in front of him, I'm sorry. Kobe was more skilled than him. Come on, bro. You look at LeBron James' game, it's nothing special. Nothing special. He should be more of a dominant defender than he was, or he is, or whatever his resume. Hey, listen, it's nothing special about LeBron. I keep telling y'all that. As a basketball player, he's not that special. You're looking at Wemby. Look at Wemby now. That's special. That's different. It's nothing different about LeBron. Because all he reminded me was a more athletic, maybe more athletic, a more athletic Magic Johnson. That's it. And he could score. And let me tell you something. It wasn't like Magic couldn't score, nigga. Because we know Magic could score. Magic, just like LeBron, understands that their mind state, well, Magic shit was a little different. Oh, fucking a killer instinct. But the mind state, their first reaction to shit is to pass the ball. They're team type of guy. And you gotta understand, Magic was a point guard. So Magic shit was just about passing. LeBron James got point guard attributes, right? He's thought process. But a part of his shit is scoring. LeBron should have been more great in shit than y'all think. People like, oh, well, he scored a lot. Listen, do you understand that? Let's just be real about this. LeBron James has lost way more important shit in times than he won. Right? Like the shit was stacked against. Like he had everything with him to be as like even greater than he is. Like LeBron is great, but he stacked the deck so much for himself. Bro, he's supposed to won way more than he lost. And I think a lot of times LeBron James fans, I don't know if y'all just live in a bubble, but y'all don't understand, like, yo, Michael didn't play that long. Kobe last 4 or 5 years, he was hurt, bro. Kobe wasn't the same after he tore his Achilles heels. So that was like the year after he lost, he won a championship. Kobe wasn't. Come on, man. Think about it. Kobe had to sit out a whole year. And he came back. He wasn't the same. And mind you got to understand. And usually that happens to a lot of players like Kobe and them when they play through injury, through their career, when they probably should sit their ass out. But Kobe didn't do that. So you can knock him, but not knock him. But it's up in the air. But like even with Michael, like Michael probably wouldn't even have played that long. Listen, imagine how many championships Michael could have had in the 90s if he wouldn't have retired the first time or the second time. Because Michael basically ran the 90s. He got more championships than anybody in the 90s. You get what I mean? So imagine if Mike wouldn't have retired the first time. They just came off a three-peat. They probably would have won the next year. And the next year after that. And then he went like, come on, bro. We wouldn't listen. I'm just gonna be very, very honest with y'all. LeBron James and LeBron James fans need to be very, very, I didn't say grateful, but you almost got to understand how the world works, right? Like the world don't work the way y'all think it works. But do y'all understand that if Michael Jordan's father didn't pass away, we wouldn't even be having this discussion about LeBron James at all. We'll just be talking about Kobe being the closest thing to him. And that's it. Just being the closest. Because, honestly, Michael probably could have got about 8 to 9 championships in the 90s. And I'll be grateful about it. 8. He probably got 7 to 8 championships in the 90s. Because I don't want to disrespect the other competition in the 90s. Because listen, it was great teams back then, and they could actually hand check motherfuckers. So Michael was going through that. LeBron, come on, bro, stop. But y'all better be grateful. Y'all better be like show some like the LeBron James and his fans, show some fucking respect that if Michael dad did not pass away, we not even having this conversation about LeBron. Or y'all can't even have this conversation. I'm not having a conversation that LeBron is on Michael Jordan level. Like he's better than Michael or even behind Michael at number 2. I got Kobe. So, like I said, if Michael is the greatest thing I've ever seen, and Kobe is a split image of that, and more skill, I'm taking Kobe. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. That's what I told you. I'll take Michael and Kobe out of the situation. I'll put them over here somewhere. And then you can have that discussion about LeBron. But stop bringing up Michael and Kobe. Because he's never going to be on that level, ever. He can play for another 5 years and win 2 more championships. It doesn't mean shit to us. Because we know this nigga's career. And he didn't do it the right way. Sorry. He didn't do it the right way. Listen, you can even give LeBron James a pass for not doing it the right way. But the arrogance and the disrespect that he shows Michael Jordan and Kobe, it's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? And how you skip over Magic, Tim, when we know Tim used to whip your ass. That's why you ain't win. That's why you don't have 5 to 6 to 7 championships, because of Tim Duncan. So how the fuck LeBron passes him? Yeah, all right, man. Y'all niggas got the game fucked up. Give me 1 second, people. We're going to get right back into it. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, and I want to say this. They kept bringing up the head-to-head match between Kobe and LeBron when they played each other, right? Understand, these niggas was not guarding each other through the whole game. That's number one. Number two, Kobe guarded LeBron James more than LeBron James guarded him. These are facts. Okay? And a lot of times, LeBron James had better teams than Kobe. Okay, so if y'all want to talk about like LeBron and y'all like to talk about it's a team sport. What LeBron a lot of times had better teams when they played Kobe and his team. So that don't matter. But we know in that All-Star game what Kobe Bryant did to him when he guarded him. Nigga couldn't do nothing when Kobe wanted to put that shit on him. That's why I told y'all, as a one-on-one player, listen, Kobe Bryant is probably the best one-on-one player ever. And then you probably throw Michael, and I believe T-Mac. T-Mac was a hell of a fucking one-on-one player. So, listen, I don't think LeBron James can fuck with T-Mac, really. A prime T-Mac? Nah. We know T-Mac gave Kobe problems, so nigga, come on now. Fuck out of here. A prime Vince Carter? Nah. LeBron ain't fucking with that. You can put LeBron James in his prime against Kobe, Michael, Vince Carter, and T-Mac. He ain't fucking with now one of them in their prime. Now one of them. Not Nate Prime. Listen, I'm talking even a young Kobe. If you're talking about a fucking 2003-4 Kobe, when he was number 8, that nigga was. That nigga, God, LeBron James fans, y'all got to go back and watch who the fuck Kobe Bryant was, and T-Mac and who they was, and Vince Carter. Like, that shit was ill. But let's move on.
Around better people in sports, sometimes people get so caught up in he should do this on his own. I don't play tennis. I don't play golf. The way I grew up is we've got to do this together as a team. So teamwork does make the dream work. That is what they say.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I don't want LeBron. If teamwork makes the dream work, we know you don't got more championships than Kobe. We know you ain't got more championships than Mike. We know you ain't got more championships than Magic. We know you ain't got more championships than Kareem or Tim Duncan. So you automatically disqualified. Now, well, we don't need to hear that you broke all these records. You got all these stats. Because you said it's about a team winning, right? So your stats shouldn't even be brung up in this then. It should be about the rings. So that means you don't have enough rings to say you better than these guys that I just mentioned. Listen, this is what I mean about LeBron. You can't have it both ways, bro. You lose any way you look at it. And that's why you keep trying to flop back and forwards to twist the narrative, to say how great and better you are against these guys. Why you should be the GOAT. You're not. Your logic don't even add up right. If it's a team sport and it's about the chips, right? You don't got enough. Am I right or wrong, people? You don't have a fucking enough. Damn, I forgot I had to chat off, people. My bad. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, listen, I know that talk. Shout out to my man talking a better. Shout out to my brother Bella. Listen, I know I ain't bad because listen, the reason I'm not as bad as a lot of these other niggas is because I actually genuinely like LeBron as a person. I can separate the basketball shit from personally. I like him. Like I love LeBron outside of basketball. When LeBron retire, he's gonna be some great shit. I know he's gonna do some great shit. Hopefully he do. You get what I mean? So I love LeBron. But as a basketball player, no, get the fuck out of here, bro. You can't have it both ways. If it's about a team thing, right? You gotta have a team. You failed at that. At the motherfuckers that did it, you say they did it the right way, the old way, they got more chips than you. Yeah, your stats is crazy. But you said you ain't going off of that. You said it's a team thing. Okay, it's a team thing. Team thing leads to championships. But we know it's that one dude or two dudes that is the guys. You failed at that. Fuck out of here, man. Let's move on.
Yes. This is true. Is it true? Okay. Is that a fact? Here we go. Okay. You do.
Tennis.
Friends, how many of us have?
Everything is it's all a fact. I mean, if you want to be dumb and stay in the dumb situation, that's on you. So, hey, some people like to just stay stuck. Me, like you said, I like to do business with people that can.
No, Mr. B, you should do it with people who are inexperienced, and you should guide them.
And you see how brain stupid, like Brandon. First of all, let me just say this: Brandon Jennings was a great high school great high school basketball player. He got to the NBA. He had a little buzz, but he got injured. So he's one of them players of what if. He's a what if player. And there's no disrespect to him because, he has skills to be at least somewhat great, but you got hurt. You're a what if player. And I get tired of these what if player ass niggas talking about, he right, talking about greatness. You don't even know what greatness is. You know nothing about greatness because you ain't never been great in NBA, in the sport of NBA basketball. These niggas ain't never been great. And so they dick ride another nigga because they ain't never been great. LeBron James is great, but he ain't greater than them top five I said. Because I go off his dumbass narratives, how he flip-flops. It's a team sport. Well, the team sport shit, you ain't win enough chips. So you can't be greater than Michael and them. Oh, well, no, hold on. I got the stats, though. I played longer. What? That's an individual shit. Yeah, you the best individual basketball player, if you want to put it that way. But the greatest? No. The greatest basketball player? No. Because everybody I mentioned got stats too, and they got more chips than you. You just leading them in stats. That supposed to make you great? No. Or better than him? No. Fuck out of here. And Brandon Jennings should be ashamed of himself for dick riding. But that's what happened if you a what if nigga. Right? If you would if not got hurt. How great you could have been. That's those niggas. Fuck out of here. And ain't all of them ain't like that, but it be niggas like him.
Okay. Well, okay. So Skip, what are your thoughts on LeBron saying players teaming up with other stars isn't cheating?
I had absolutely no problem. You can look it up. I did not criticize LeBron for leaving Cleveland the first time to join forces with obviously Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Pat Riley. He needed that, and they needed him. And that's I don't.
It's time about. And I'm with Skip. I didn't criticize LeBron James for that. I didn't, I understood. I was like, yo, listen, because you got to look at that shit. At the time, the owner shit, he had he didn't want to, listen, he had he didn't want to spend the money to get these motherfuckers. To bring talent in. He thought this, you get what I mean? But LeBron understood that, I need me a motherfucker. I need me another guy. Or two. He got it. I wasn't mad at LeBron for that. But it's the aftermath of his behavior that bothers me. And now we gotta put asterisks behind it because of this nigga. A lot of the bad feedback LeBron is getting is because of his own doing. It's his own doing. And I always keep telling y'all, the top five people I got that's top five never, ever considered their self the GOAT. Ever. Still to this day, Michael Jordan never considered himself the GOAT. He never said it. He let the people speak for that shit. He let the people, the players that played with him or went against him. He let them speak. He even let the media. Okay. But he never came out and said he was the GOAT. Never. Kobe didn't do it. Magic didn't do it. Kareem ain't do it. And Tim ain't do it. None of them. There's only one motherfucker that did that. And his name is LeBron James. And that's why he get the feedback that he get, or the bad feedback that he gets back. Because of his own shit that he has done and said. Trying to manipulate shit and play both sides and lie. Trying to downplay other greats for him, his own self, for his own insecurities, I guess. Shit crazy, bro. Let's move on. But I'm with Skip. I ain't had no problem with him going to Miami and making that super team. Not at first. No, I didn't. But let's move on.
He needed that. And they needed him. And I just don't condemn him for that. I didn't look down on him. I just thought it was time for him to go try to chase rings. And I believe it was worthy ring chasing to go join forces with those guys and take a little less money.
Right, and I'm telling you, and this is why a lot of us didn't get upset at LeBron. Because we understood that the owner was not trying to spend money. Right? And listen, it's Cleveland, bro. A lot of motherfuckers weren't trying to come to Cleveland. And LeBron James, as much as y'all want to say how great he is now, he wasn't as big as y'all thought he was back in the day. You still had Kobe there. Dwayne Wade was coming into his own. It was niggas around the league that was just as big or bigger than him. Kobe was bigger than him. And he was in the market in LA. It's LA. LeBron played in Cleveland. Like, I'm not holding that against him. Who the fuck want to go to Cleveland? No disrespect to Cleveland. I love Cleveland. Spent some years in Cleveland. Okay? Got family out there. Like, no disrespect. Don't fuck Cleveland, bro. Come on, bro. The Knicks ain't won shit. I guarantee you ask a motherfucker where they would rather play, Cleveland or the Knicks. I mean, or in New York. Where you think they gonna want to go? New York. And New York ain't won shit in years. They got one championship. They just got to the finals in the last 10, 15 years or some shit. Come on, bro. It's a bigger market. People will want to come play in New York. Nobody was trying to come play in fucking Cleveland, bro. And then the owner was on bullshit. Come on, bro. And the crazy shit about it, the owner, he's one of the richest owners in the NBA. I think he is the richest. Him and the dude from the Clippers, they both around the same. Come on, bro. So no, I didn't hold it against LeBron James when he first left Cleveland. I didn't hold it against him.
So I appreciated that. And yet that first finals, they're up 2-1, and he fell apart. The chosen one became the frozen one in that finals. But the point is, I'm fine with what he's saying. By the way, he does play golf. He's like obsessed with golf. So he does understand. He just doesn't play it for a living. So what he's saying, I've never had an issue with him, quote unquote, ring chasing. Kevin Durant was the ultimate ring chaser. I know for a fact, said after 9 years in Oklahoma City, I'll never win a championship with that guy as my point guard and my primary decision maker. That's a fact. And he said, I'm going to go join forces with a team that we had down 3-1. I'm going to go to the Bay and join Steph and Clay and
Listen,
Draymond.
first of all, that's Skip's opinion, and I disagree. Partly I disagree. Kevin Durant, they begged Kevin Durant to come to Golden State. Listen, Kevin Durant was not going to Golden State. He was weighing his options. Was Golden State on the list? Yeah. But he had so many different... It was Kevin Durant at this time, bro. Kevin Durant was damn nigga ready to hit his prime. Okay? This nigga was at least top 5 best basketball players in the world. So, no, he didn't, like, he chose to go, but it wasn't like he was, oh, I left OKC and I'm going to go to Golden State and go with those guys. That was not what that was. And Skip need to stop that bullshit. Okay? They begged Draymond Green, all of them, they begged, they flew out to the Hamptons to recruit this nigga. He wasn't even, like, you know what I mean? He was chilling, bro. He was trying to probably get away from basketball in a way. They came out there to recruit that nigga. He was not trying to go to Golden State. Not saying Golden State wasn't on the list of where he wanted to go, but he wasn't, like, he was weighing his options, bro. And they put the pressure on him like, yo, we need you. They begged this nigga. So it's a difference of how what LeBron did, bro. LeBron put a super team together. They begged Kevin Durant to come to Golden State. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, all of them. Steve Kerr, all of them. The fuck are we talking about? So Skip needs to stop that bullshit. And so I highly disagree. I agree with him, but I disagree with him on that part. Let's move on.
My point guard and my primary decision maker. That's a fact. And he said, I'm going to go join forces with a team that we had down 3-1. I'm going to go to the Bay and join Steph and Klay and Draymond and watch what happens. And he stood up and lived up to that. He was the finals MVP the next 2 years. And I didn't ever criticize him 1 second for that.
But you just did, though. You gave him props. You criticized him, then gave him props. And then you're not telling the whole truth about that. So you did criticize it. And first of all, Skip got this weird shit. Yeah, you did. You criticized it. Stop it. Nigga act like he didn't do first take and we ain't hear this shit or him and Shannon. Like, stop it, bro. We heard you, bro. You did criticize Kevin Durant. And y'all criticize him to this day because he ain't won after that. Fuck out of here, bro. I want to make this very, very clear. You know why Kevin Durant and LeBron James has not won as much as they lost. You know why? Or got back to the promised land. For, like, you could say Kevin Durant in a way. It's because, bro, the old way does matter. Now you're starting to see it. Creating a super team does not mean that you're going to win chips. It was proven when LeBron James lost the first time. And then the last time he lost in Miami. Sometimes teams got chemistry. When you have juggernauts on teams like that, it don't always work out. That's why a lot of people, me myself, be mad at Shaq and Kobe. They had the best shit ever. But personally, they couldn't make that shit work. But chemistry-wise on the court, nigga, listen. Come on, man. Nobody was really fucking with Shaq and Kobe until they ran into Detroit. But it was so much turmoil going on mentally and emotionally with Shaq and Kobe that these niggas was out here trying to outdo each other instead of working with each other. I watched that finals. I watched that whole season. And I said, this shit, nigga, this might be, if they lose, this is going to be it. And nobody thought that Detroit was going to be fucking Los Angeles. But I looked at the team. I said, yeah, there is. Especially if Shaq and Kobe is not on the same fucking page like they supposed to. Because at this point, Kobe was like, nigga, I'm better than you. And Shaq was like, nigga, I'm Shaq. Like, so you had that dynamic. And I seen that shit fall apart. I seen that shit fall apart before the Detroit series. It was before they even got to, they was in the Western Conference Finals. I started to see that shit. Yo, that Western Conference Finals, they could have lost that Western Conference Finals. That's how bad shit was. That's how bad it was between Kobe and Shaq. So, but like I said, I blame Shaq and Kobe for that. Because listen, we're not even talking about LeBron. And a lot of these niggas that y'all think we're not even talking about them. And I was saying the same shit about Mike. If Mike don't retire, we're not having this conversation about fucking LeBron and them. Even partly of Shaq and them shit. And Kobe shit. But let's say Michael do his 10 years and then Kobe and Shaq do their thing and they stay together. Bro, we're not talking about LeBron and them. Boston's not winning rings. Okay? LeBron ain't winning Miami. You can put all them niggas together all you want. At that point, Kobe. So, and if Shaq would have just, stay somewhat in shape, it could have been like a Magic and Kareem type shit. Shaq a little older. Get it. Bring another young fella up in there. But come on, man. But Shaq and Kobe fucked that up. We're not even talking about LeBron. See, listen. The one thing about a lot of these LeBron James fans, these niggas was born in 2000. Late 90s. I watched these niggas as grown as adults. In my late teens, I watched this shit. You motherfuckers wasn't even born with LeBron you was born, you weren't even 4 or 5 when LeBron was even in the league. The fuck out of it. And then people like, well, you guys disrespect. Listen, if these niggas don't go back and look at history before their favorite player, then I can't sit there and let these niggas get away with that bullshit. Listen, I was about, when Magic was doing his thing, nigga, about 5, 6. I probably wasn't even into basketball like that. I guarantee you I wasn't. Probably couldn't comprehend it. But I had to go back. Even in Mike Prime, when he was winning them chips and shit. Come on, bro. 13, 14, maybe. I'm on the streets, though. At this point, when Mike won his first championship, nigga, I about, 11? Come on, bro. But I had to go back and watch that shit. These motherfuckers don't even go back and appreciate the fucking people that come before them. It's like a lot of these niggas, they sit out here, talk about all this black power shit. Nigga, if you don't go back and look at what our ancestors did for us to put us in positions to be speaking and standing on business the way we do, you don't know shit. You don't know about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Nigga. Do your fucking research. Do your homework. You cannot put some of these young niggas over top. Listen, I love Kobe Bryant, nigga, but I never put him over Michael. And not because like Kobe's my favorite basketball player. I don't give a fuck who comes and before. Like I fuck with Steph. He's not my favorite. But I know better. If a nigga is greater, they greater. This nigga's got to stop that shit, man. Let's move on.
And Draymond, and watch what happens. And he stood up and lived up to that. He was the Finals MVP the next 2 years. And I didn't ever criticize him 1 second for that. It's life, and LeBron's right about business. That happens in business all the time.
First of all, he's lying. You did criticize it. And at the same time, and if partly he didn't criticize it as much, is because he had this disdain for LeBron. Which is, I can accept that. But don't pretend that you didn't criticize Kevin Durant. Stop, bro. You did.
So I'm good with that. I'm not good with LeBron being the GOAT, but I'm good with that.
There was no part of that question
Okay,
that had anything to do with your assessment of LeBron's
just to
GOAT.
keep it real.
You don't agree with LeBron's GOAT.
Perspective. Yeah. Oh,
There's many things I got there. Treat me over there.
yeah.
I love it. And there's no portion of that question related to anything. Go talk. But let's shift over to this side. Katie, what are your thoughts on LeBron saying players teaming up with other stars in cheating? Stars joining forces to be successful. Isn't that the American dream to want to succeed in life?
It is. It definitely is the American dream to want to succeed in everything that you do, especially in sports.
Chewy Pharmacy delivers
Come on,
pet
the goddamn
meds quick,
commercial.
which Chase loves because he has a need for speed.
3 miles from the last occurrence, no sign yet.
And listen, and let me just say this. I respect Kenya Martin's point of view than a lot of them niggas on that panel. Because he played in every era. Right? Except for maybe this era, right? But leading up to this era, he played in this era. And I don't believe that Kenya be hating. Right? I just think it's more of a response of his opinion comes from playing, but understanding that it was rules to shit and it was principles. So I believe Kenyon do be standing on principles. Not saying he always right about shit, but a lot of times he be right about shit off of principle. And so I respect this opinion more than everybody that's speaking. Even Skip Bayless speaking. But let's move on.
Do, especially in sports. I don't think it was the leaving Cleveland that was the issue. I think it was the way he went about the leaving, right? That rubbed people the wrong way. And then you get there, and then all of y'all on the stage, not one championship, but 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I think it was all of that people had a problem with.
And I want to say this too, because he's not lying about that. But the other part with that is to bring Shaq and Kobe into this. When Shaq and Kobe was dominating the way they were, they wasn't bragging like that. Like they wasn't on type of level where LeBron was bragging. They was bragging, but you was hearing Shaq and Kobe saying, hey, Shaq say, look, I'm the most dominant basketball player, which was facts. Right? You couldn't say that he wasn't. And then he say, the best basketball player in the league, even over me, is Kobe. He wasn't lying about that. So if you call that arrogance, you call facts arrogance, then you lose the whole argument. Right? Because Kobe was the best player in the league, even though he wasn't getting the credentials and all that. Right? He probably wasn't getting all the praise that he's supposed to got. But Shaq recognized it, and he was the most dominant, and people thought that he was the best player. But Shaq was like, nah, nigga, hey, I'm sitting there with the best basketball player ever. I'm the most dominant, but he's the best basketball player in the league. So they wasn't like crazy, like they wasn't being crazy arrogant, right? It was more of a confidence thing. It was more of like, and it was facts backing it. So it wasn't like they was lying about it. They was over-exaggerating it. Now, some people could have took it that way, but they weren't lying about it. Shaq wasn't lying about it. Kobe wasn't lying about it. It was the best basketball players in the league. And then there was everybody else. You can name AI, Vince, Tracy, whoever. But they wasn't Shaq and Kobe. Or they wasn't Kobe and Shaq. Tim Duncan, same thing. Like, come on, bro. Let's move on.
Championship, but 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I think it was all of that people had a problem with. And just Hooper thing, like for me, you look at other guys that probably wasn't in the best winning situation when their career first started. They might have had a little success here and there. Guys that stuck with it, with their original team. It paid off for some it didn't. But to stick it out for some was the move. But for him, he felt he needed a change of environment, a change of knowing how to win, being in the finals against swept in Cleveland, against San Antonio and things like that it's demoralizing, you know? So if you're a competitor, which I think he is, he wanted the best chance to win. So can't fault him in that regard. But like I said, I think people had a problem with the leading up to the leaving. He could have made the decision, signed with Miami, not did the press conference, and that some would have had a gripe. Probably the fans of Cleveland, of course, had a problem.
Listen, I don't think it's that. Nobody gets upset about the way LeBron left. Now, some people may, but I didn't. I didn't have a problem with his press conference and all that. I had a problem with the arrogance of you ain't won nothing. And then you didn't win anything, but then you team up with a team that you got, a super team, right? You team up with that. And that's fine, that's cool, that's okay. But the problem with that is that you did all that taunting the league and other players. Is like, we get ready to win everything and y'all ain't gonna be able to win nothing. And then the first year of that, you lose to a team that was completely a complete team. But you got all the super teams. We gonna win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, that was the issue. And listen, LeBron James was never ready to be the villain. He's not a villain type of guy. Right? It's not in his DNA to be like that. He doesn't like that people don't like him. Right? He doesn't have that thing that like a Kobe had or a Jordan may have, where they winning and people just hate on them because they winning or because they so great. People hate on him. He doesn't have that in him. He can't accept that people don't like him. That's why, if you notice, he's friends with everybody to the point where a lot of people don't like him in the league. Right? Because he try to befriend everybody, but at the same time say, oh, this is competition and I'm better than all of y'all. No, bro. If you better than everybody, you got to have that villain in you. LeBron doesn't have a villain in him. He's not a villain type of person. Or somebody that's the want to be the villain of the to be the bad guy. He don't like to be that. So for him to sit out there and pretend that he was, that's why they lost the first year. Because he was trying to accept that he was the villain. He didn't know how it feel to when everybody in the league don't like you. Majority of the basketball fans can't stand you. He wasn't mentally capable of understanding that. And that's why they lost. It was a mental thing. They had they had the best talent. They just wasn't mentally better. Or you know what I mean? They weren't mentally together partly because of him. And that's why they lost. LeBron James won his championships in Miami because of the simple fact, because they had some type of chemistry. Right? But the other part was that he accepted that he wasn't going to be liked. And when he accepted that, that's when he started to win. But then what takes over after that, people start adapting to his team. Right? And I think LeBron understood too that D Wade wasn't the same D Wade either when they first got together. My bad, people. I think LeBron understood that, and that's why he left Miami. It was other things, but that was partly why the reason he left Miami and went back to Cleveland. Because he understood D Wade ain't the same person. They can't run that shit back, even though they lost. And like I said, at that point in LeBron James' career, the way he was chasing rings. He was not chasing accolades. He was chasing rings. Listen, let me be real about this. Of course, you're chasing Michael Jordan, right? That's me to go. The nigga that's below him, that they saying that nigga, he's the closest thing to Mike, and he in the league, and he got more rings than all that. That's who you're chasing. So LeBron wasn't chasing Michael Jordan. He was chasing Kobe. You gotta understand that. Dwayne Wade even said the shit. Nigga, we was chasing Kobe. That's all I'm saying. Give me 1 second, people. All right, people, I'm back. Let's get into it.
With the whole situation, but the outside noise was, I think, the I'm going to South Beach thing. I think was the thing that people had an issue with. I think, but if you want to go win, you want to go win, man. So it is what it is.
Hey, Will Smith had a whole song about going to Miami, and people loved it.
Yeah, I dig it, but I'm saying it's just and you get he gets compared to Kobe, Dirk, Tim, the guys that stuck with one team. Unfortunately, you get put in that box because of the Michael Jordans and the Magic Johnson. Those guys, you get because of your quote unquote greatness, you get put in that box where those guys did it with one team, and they frowned upon it because of that. I think so.
Listen,
but like I said, if you want to win,
let me just say that it's some people like that. He's not lying about that, but it's not that for me. It's not that for me. It's his antics that he has done, right? And the shit behind the scenes he has been doing. How he's been using the media to build up that he's better than these dudes, and not being as humble as he's supposed to be. When you're talking about greats, you're not talking about some niggas that wasn't shit, right? Like you're going off. And my thing is with LeBron is that you just going off of stats, bro. Like, and then you trying to downplay ring culture. Ain't nobody mad at you because you went to different teams. Listen, and you didn't win that much. You put all those super teams together and you still lost. You still lost more than you won. So the dudes that did stick with their teams, yeah, they lost. But when it really counted, when they got to those times, they won. They won with the good teams that they had. You put super teams together and still lost. That's the issue. Nobody wants to say that, but that's the issue. I ain't got a problem with LeBron creating super teams, but when he didn't win. So, nigga, I got to hold that against you. If we going to hold that shit against Kobe and everybody else that stuck with their teams, and you know what I mean? Why we can't hold him accountable? Nigga tell me, oh, he went to 9 straight, he got to all these finals. Okay. But he still don't have more than the dudes that stuck it out through the good and the bad times. They stuck it out with one team, other than Dirk. Because I don't mention him in the same realm as Dirk. Dirk is not on LeBron level. But the Tims, the Magics, the Kobes, yes. Nigga, you're not better than them. You had way more better opportunities to win than they did by them sticking with their teams. They had more downs than they had goods or possibilities to win. And then they always try to downplay Kobe shit with Shaq. What? Listen, if we can downplay Kobe shit with Shaq, then okay, then we put asterisks behind LeBron making super teams. What the fuck are you talking about? Kobe did not create a super team. He got drafted and brought to LA because of how great that Jerry West thought he could be. He's seen the vision of Kobe as well as Kobe seen it. Kobe didn't create him and Shaq. He got put in that position. And Kobe did not start for 3 years. He barely played because of the old school rules. And they had Shaq. And it was other good players on that team that the coach White felt that was better than Kobe at the time. So no, nigga, listen, Kobe would have probably outdid this nigga if Kobe would have played younger. But it might have helped Kobe just to sit on the bench for 3 years. It made him more hungrier. And that's probably why LeBron James loses more than he does. Maybe this nigga should have sat out a year or two. And not started. We got to be honest about this shit. And for this nigga and his fan base to try to pretend that LeBron James been on more great teams that he helped put together, and he still don't have more than those guys that I mentioned. He got the stats. Nobody denying that. But in this game of basketball, you need stats and chips to be talking about you the GOAT. The fuck are we talking about? We not just going to do this shit. What LeBron is saying, oh, you need a team? Okay. Well, you had the teams and you still didn't win more. You look at Kobe. He had 5 great teams. Right? Let's go off for the nerd. 5 great teams. Lost twice with 2 great teams. Michael, 6-0. So we ain't even talking. I didn't even want to mention him, but 6-0. Magic, 5-2. Same as Kobe. I think it's 5-3 or 5-2. Something like that. Kareem, 6-1. The fuck are we talking about here? Tim Duncan, 5-2, if I ain't mistaken. What are we talking about? LeBron James, 4-6. And he had way more great teams that he put together, and he only got 4. And he got 4. If you put any of them niggas I just mentioned that stay with their teams and I put that's top 5, you put them and you let them get in a position where they create their own teams like LeBron. I guarantee they win more than 4. How much you want to bet? You put Mike in the situation that LeBron was in with creating a team. Had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. You telling me Michael ain't winning more than fucking 4 fucking championships? Are you crazy? Kyrie, Kevin Love, Ray Allen, he did everybody. Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, what the fuck are we talking about? Anyway, let's move on, man. LeBron James fans, the problem with y'all don't want to be honest. Shout out to Game in the building. What up, Game? Y'all don't want to be honest about this shit. It ain't about hating LeBron. I love LeBron as a person. As a basketball player, he's overrated. And y'all don't want to have a real y'all don't have a real conversation about this. This man put himself in position to be the greatest. And he's not. He's not the GOAT. Not off of the status that he's saying. And then I ain't trying to switch it up. No, bro. You got stats that overdoes everybody. All the greats. We give you that. But then when it comes to the chips, oh, it's a team. It's a team. It's a team thing. Okay. Well, you had the better teams. You created better teams. And you still don't have more chips than the top 5. And the real GOAT, which is Michael Jordan. You still don't have more. I told y'all. LeBron only can win he maybe can get 5, and I'm being very honest about this, to where we'll respect that 5 if he go play with Steph. Because it'll be an older team, and it'll really be him and Steph. That's the only way I respect it. If he goes anywhere else, but other team, I'm not respecting that shit. But I don't think he will want. Listen, as arrogant as LeBron James is, he may go over there and play with Steph. But he can't win no championship without Steph Curry and Draymond. And they got to put a good team around it, which I think they would do. But fuck out of here, bro. You, especially if he had a problem with in LA when he was the third wheel. No, nigga, you at least be the first or second every game. So you got to worry about being the third wheel. Draymond Green ain't on your level. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The only reason that LeBron James, because Butler's coming back next year. Oh, you put Butler at the 2. You got motherfucking Steph at the 1, Butler at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Draymond. They can switch back and forth to the 3 and 4, but Draymond's the 4. I mean, you can put whoever at the center. But I like they center. I forgot your name. My bad. I like your center. And then you just make a good bench. Oh, they can win a chip. That is his best bet. And I mean by best bet the way I respect it. But he go anywhere else. I'm not, unless it's Cleveland. I'm not respecting anything LeBron does if he don't stay, if he doesn't stay in LA, which they don't want him, and I think that is a wrap. But you never know in this game, right? His best bet is to go to Cleveland or Golden State. And I believe he's better off going to Golden State. Honestly. He has a better chance of winning a chip there. Because they don't have to give up shit for him to go to LA. I mean to Golden State. They don't have to give up shit. They can pay LeBron his 55 to go to Golden State. People keep thinking that. Ain't nobody making more money than Steph Curry. Nobody. I think Butler, it should about what? 20, 30 million? You can pay LeBron 50 million. But that's LeBron's best bet, is to go to Golden State. And I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because I actually think it'll be a great fit. I think at this point in Steph and LeBron career, they need a motherfucker like Jimmy Butler. They need dogs. Right? I love Steph. Steph ain't a dog like that. Right? They're dogs in situations. And it's like LeBron. He a dog in situations. But Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, they dogs, bro. Now, I got my issues with Draymond, but he a dog. You get what I mean? And so, yeah, LeBron need that. And Steph needs that. That's why they lost more than they won. Well, mainly LeBron, because I can't say for Steph. But LeBron lost more than he won. Because he didn't really have a dog like that. I'm not saying that. Even when it comes to Dwayne Wade, I love Dwayne Wade. He a dog. But a part of Dwayne, like if LeBron would have played with Kobe, nigga, it wouldn't have worked unless LeBron understood that nigga, LeBron understood that Kobe, I'm the alpha. I know your skills. I know how great you are. But nigga, I'm the alpha. Nobody was gonna be more alpha than Kobe. That's why him and Shaq wound up being the way they was. Right? And LeBron don't have that dog that Kobe got. So he would have had to take a little bit of a second fiddle to Kobe. So yeah, it might have worked with him and Kobe because LeBron don't have that dog in him like Kobe. He's not an alpha like that. Honestly, even in his late career, he's not that. That nigga's a behind the scene doing snake shit. Kobe say that shit to your face. That's an alpha. That's a dog. It's a real one. He ain't gotta go behind the scene. Nigga, he gonna tell you to your face. LeBron go behind scenes and do some little shit. Here and there, he might say some shit to your face. But behind the scenes, he's back there snaking you. Just want y'all to understand that, man. Let's move on.
Want to win? More power to the man. He made his grown man, like I said at the time. He's a grown man. He can make whatever decision he want to make for his career, and he did that, and he benefited from it. He got 2 of them. So down there. And
fuck commercials, bro.
You could be vaping formaldehyde, which is used in taxidermy.
Oh dear.
but whatever decision he want to make for his career, and he did that, and he benefited from it. He got 2 of them. So down there. And it is what it is.
I mean, I just believe in war.
Let me say this. I'm not the biggest fan of Rashad McCants. I just want to put this out here. Right? I believe this dude about 60 to 70% of the time, he just be hating. Right? Like, and it's almost like, and what I call by hate is like, he knew how good he was, but his behavior, him getting hurt, he's one of them players. He's one of them if players, if they didn't, you know what I mean? But when it comes to him speaking about greatness, GOAT-like motherfuckers. Excuse me. I respect his opinion in that because I really truly believe that he really understands who was better, right? I don't think he's like delusional or like some takes that he says, you'd be like, this nigga is crazy. Or he's delusional. But a lot of the time, he's not delusional about a lot of this shit that he be saying. I don't like him as a person. I don't like him. I think he's one of those dudes that he's a very insecure dude. So he gotta push himself to present himself to be bigger than what he really is. And I don't like that about certain people. Right? But I'm not knocking that he feels that way about himself. To a certain extent, right? I just don't like that he thinks that. I don't like how he treats others. That's my thing, right? I just don't like, put it this way, I don't like his personality. But I don't think he's lying about or hating on LeBron. I take that back. I think he be hating. I don't think he hate. I just think that he's delusional in some shit, right? Because of the simple fact that he was one of those players of, and it could be just his personality too, but he's just one of those players that if I would have, like, you know what I mean, or if this didn't happen, like, he's one of those players. But anyway, let's move on. But I actually agree with him on this shit.
Time, man, when it comes down to knowing that you have a bunch of troops that you gotta lead. This is your army, this is your kingdom, this is your throne. And for you to leave at any point to go fight somebody else, it's just weird energy for me. It always has been. I didn't like any of the people that I respected that did that. And I think that if you go back and say Michael Jordan in 1990, going into 1991, goes to play with Hakeem Olajuwon and the Houston Rockets, they won't win 3 in a row. But they're not going to look at Michael like, why are you going to go play with Hakeem? They're not going to think something of it. Like, you guys are...
First of all, you put Michael Jordan on any team with another superstar like that, he's going to win 3 in a row. I don't give a fuck who it is. That's how great Michael was in the 90s. Listen, you could have put Michael Jordan with Charles Barkley in there winning 3. I'm not trying to disrespect Scottie Pippen like he wasn't, but nigga, you ain't, and anybody try to mention like him and Michael was on the same level is bullshit. I think it was Rich Paul trying to do that dumbass shit. Like, yo, you put Michael on any team with another superstar in the 90s, nobody's winning. But he made Scottie Pippen a fucking Hall of Famer. Let's be real. You put Scottie Pippen in his prime without Kobe, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's not. You put Michael anywhere with another superstar. Listen, he made Scottie Pippen a superstar. Let's just be real about that. But you put Michael Jordan with motherfucking Dominique Wilkins. They 3-peating. It's fucking Michael Jordan, bro. You put him with Hakeem, they're winning. Charles Barkley, he's winning. Put him with Shaq, he's winning. He's 3-peating. That's how great Michael was. The fuck are we talking about? You put him with Isaiah Thomas, they 3-peating. They probably winning more than that because Isaiah won 2. Come on, bro. You never compare fucking Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. Listen, we know how important Scottie Pippen was. Scottie Pippen is, listen, we call niggas second fiddle for a reason. We call niggas role players for a reason. Scottie Pippen was never a superstar. Ever. He would never became a superstar. We done seen Scottie Pippen quit because he didn't get his way. The fuck out of here. When motherfucking Phil Jackson went to Michael Jordan and said, look, blah, blah is open, passing, open, curve open. Where you need it? I need to pass it. And it was the last shot. Right? The big shot. When it happened to Scottie when Michael was out of the league, Scottie was doing his thing that year. And when Phil Jackson went to fucking Scottie Pippen and said, hey, listen, we're going to get this ball to Tony. You see what that nigga did? Don't ever put motherfucking Scottie Pippen in the same realm as Michael Jordan. This nigga didn't go in the game because he didn't get his way. Nigga played like he was sick or hurt or some shit because he didn't get his way. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you chasing ghosts, and you see it with LeBron, that's why he makes the most ridiculous, and the people that fuck with LeBron make the most ridiculous shit about how he's the GOAT and all this other shit. When you are not that guy, and everybody sees that, and you know that they see that you're not that guy, then that's when you make up situations. And that's what Scottie did. Scottie knew he wasn't Michael. LeBron, no, he's not Michael Jordan, bro. It's not Kobe Bryant. Stop. Even Kobe, listen, Phil went to Kobe and told him Kobe was on a winning, not a winning streak, but he was on a tear of scoring 50 to 40 points a game. And fucking Phil Jackson went to Kobe Bryant and said, look, we losing big fella. We got to give him the ball. And Kobe said, like, he admitted, he said, what the fuck? What? Well, he said it was the better for the team, Kobe. Come on, man. We got to get big fella. We're going to need him down the line. Kobe like, and Mike, this is a young Kobe. It's not prime Kobe. This is young Kobe. And Kobe like, he didn't want to do it, but he like, all right, cool. He pulled back a little bit, but hey, let's give big fella the ball. And Kobe was on the turn. And they weren't losing, they was winning when Kobe was going on the turn. When Phil asked him that shit. Asked him to do that. That's a team play. Man, listen. When motherfuckers be talking about, Kobe, Mike was selfish, play, one-on-one, nigga, fuck out of here, bro. They knew when to be team players. But they knew that they are the motherfucking guy. LeBron James is never, ever in his career been that guy. Ever. And that's why he lost so much. Then he won. Let's be real. And like I keep saying, Kobe and Mike played with less talent than LeBron and his little ring running. Fuck out of here. Let's move on.
Cheating. What the fuck is going on here? Like, come on. With all the fucking... To me, it's the integrity part of when you make a decision like that. Because in 2011, you didn't win the championship when you first got there. So, is playing with other great players cheating? No, it's not cheating. But it's like putting an all-star roster together on NBA 2K and just going up against random rosters.
Listen, he right about that. It's not cheating that he did it. It's the you gotta look at how the greats gonna look at that shit. The motherfuckers that people consider greats and you say they greats. How they look at it. Right? Listen. I don't believe LeBron cheated. He damn sure put that shit together. So we don't want to call it cheating. Then okay, fine. He put these super teams together and basically was so arrogant to the point where he was telling people they gonna win this and they gonna win that, and put these teams together like they was gonna win everything. And come to find out, he didn't win like that. And so how you downplay dudes that stayed with their teams and went through the fire, and they still got more than him, and somehow he's better than them? How? That don't even make sense. Because if Kobe would have did it, or Mike would have did it, or Tim would have did it, all these other dudes would have did it, then okay. then you got a point. But then you got to still look at would they would have won. We can't say that for all these other guys. They stay with their team, so it's documented. But we know what LeBron did. It's documented. He put these teams together, and he still ain't got more chips than them. Then the motherfuckers stay with their teams.
They don't have any superstars on them, or one, you got four. You can look at it like cheating. Like, damn, you're gonna use a custom roster against me, bro. I'm using the regular rosters. This is default. I'm playing on. You're playing all-time team against my regular team.
This is Sacramento Kings.
Come on, man. Like, I got the trash team. You got the all-time team. So it looks a certain way for certain people, man. When you look at how many players on your team, what you need, when you don't need that, you literally got there as many times as you could without none of these good players. You can win without them. So it is a frowning thing. When you look at it, you go, damn, man, you need that dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wouldn't want to clean.
You need that dude? Because my dude lost a dude that they said he was riding on the backpack, and he was like, you know what? In order for y'all to respect me, I got to win without them. And he went and did that without trading teams. So when you look at the integrity side of trying to prove to your competitors that you're better, you got to do it a certain way.
I got it.
Right, and that's why, listen, and that's the thing with these young niggas. And Brandon James, you can say that because you didn't win shit. And nobody considers you great. Right? You probably was a great high school player, but we talking about the NBA. That's the next level of the next level of some shit. We talking about GOAT status. We talking about greatness. You were a great high school player. You didn't go to college. And that was your decision. And it's okay. So we can't say you was a good college player or a great college player. You had the potential. You was a good NBA player. You was a potential to be great or somewhat of a great NBA player, but you got hurt. It happens. Nobody's holding that against you, but at the same time, you see how he's snarking and shit? Like, dude, what he just said was facts. LeBron created teams to win chips, and he lost more than he won. These are facts. It's like these dudes act like they don't live in. Never mind. Let's move on.
And did that without trading teams. So when you look at the integrity side of trying to prove to your competitors that you're better, you got to do it a certain way.
I got to do it a certain way.
Because you join them motherfuckers, and it's like, okay, who's
the people who ain't winning?
Who's the captain? Because you left your kingdom over there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the kingdom of Cleveland.
That's crazy.
Well, like the man grown, he made the decision he wanted to make. But like I said, in the sports world, and we're talking about sports here, people had something to say. That's just what it was. And I think for some who was looking for a reason to dislike him, he gave them one, right? Looking for a reason. So they gave him, he provided the ammunition, and people ran with it, and they haven't let go of the reins since then, right? Those who was looking for a reason, they have doubled down on it in every aspect of LeBron James.
Listen, he's talking about a portion of people that don't like LeBron. I get that. And probably these stands of fucking Michael Jordan and Kobe and other greats, right? I'm the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. One of the biggest. I love fucking Kobe Bryant. God rest the mom, but y'all know how I feel about Kobe. This is not about how much I love Kobe. This is not even a bias thing. He wasn't Kobe. I watched all LeBron James' whole career. He's not Kobe. He made decisions. Okay, live with that shit. You listen, when you make decisions like that LeBron made, you gotta understand that shit gonna come with the bad, number one. And then hopefully you can do, you gotta do, the expectations gotta be better. Like you know what I mean? The great gotta be more. Like you get what I mean? Or at least close to it. It's not even close. You got the stats. We give you that. But nigga, the reason you left Cleveland is because you wasn't winning. Because if he would have stayed in Cleveland, I'll put this to people like this, and I'm gonna leave it as this. I don't even want to talk about this shit no more. I'm gonna go to Stephen A after this. This is debunk all the LeBron James dick riders, right? And LeBron. If it was just about the stats, right? LeBron could have did his stats in Cleveland, and as long as he played, right? He has played. He still would have got those stats. All the stats that he got, he still would have got them. He still would have had all the stats. Been the best at it. Number one, excuse me, he would have got that if he'd have never left Cleveland. But he did not leave Cleveland just to get those stats. He left Cleveland to get the chips, to be in the mention of the top five motherfuckers I'm talking about. He wanted to be up there in GOAT status. That's his stats that a lot of y'all keep bringing up. He didn't leave Cleveland for that. Because he could have got those same stats in Cleveland. MVPs, all that shit. He could have got all that. He left Cleveland for chips. So for him to downplay chips and say, no, just look at my stats. No. Or y'all say that. Look at his stats. I don't give a fuck. Because that's not why he left Cleveland. He left Cleveland for chips. To compare himself to those top five motherfuckers I said. And he still ain't better than them. He got all the stats, but he don't got the chips. It's like I said, everybody in that top five that I got the stats and the chips. And we leave it there. It's not a conversation at this point. LeBron can continue to sit out here. LeBron James fans, y'all can go ahead. The people he got behind the media and still try to downplay Michael, Kobe, and all them. You do all that you want. The real shit is he got all the stats. And he did all that super team and shit that he did leaving Cleveland. Then he don't have the rings. And he lost more than he won. All that conniving shit he been doing behind the scenes and building super teams. Fuck out of here with that shit. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. I'll be right back. Listen, we're going to get into Stephen A. Smith shit. All right, people, I'm back. Let's get into the Stephen A. Smith shit real quick. So, the Stephen A. This nigga, man. You know what? A part of me can't even really take this serious. Somebody sent me this clip. I can't remember who it was. Somebody sent me this clip. And they said, Kenny, you gotta speak about this shit. And I'm like, speak about what? Right? When it comes to Stephen A. Like, he going after Trump and all this other shit, Trump going after him. And I'm like, Right? Because I'm thinking about, like, when Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock went at each other, I felt like that shit was a waste of my time in a way, but it needed to be talked about. So I don't know how I'm looking at this shit. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to look at this, like, or how I'm supposed to feel about this. But I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, let's just get into it, and we'll move from this. Because somebody sent me this clip and say, Kenny got to talk about it. Now, I really don't think I should be talking about it, and I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should talk about it or not talk about it. But let's get into it.
ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith was talking about running for president. He said he would blame you if the Knicks lost the game. How do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually. Welcome to special edition of Straight Shooter with yours.
Mind you, let me say this. Just think about what, I don't think y'all heard what Trump said. I don't think y'all understand what he said. Listen to what he said again. I need y'all to really hear this. And Stephen A. Smith's first reaction is to laugh. But let's listen to this. Like I said, I haven't seen this clip. Like, we watching this shit all once. I told somebody sent me this. I didn't, like I told you, I don't be watching, like, I'm going out my way to watch Stephen A. and all that. But you know what I mean? These people. But listen to what Donald Trump said. Like, literally listen to what he said. Like, imagine somebody say this about you. And then you black at that. A white man that's very unqualified to be in a position that he's in. Tell you, let's move on.
ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith was talking about running for president. He said he would blame you if the Knicks lost the game. How do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually.
Well, he said he doesn't have a very high IQ. So basically, he like you because you say good things about him or defend his bullshit, his racism. But then when you disagree with him, he says, I don't really think he has a real good high IQ. Imagine a white man tells you that as a black person. I don't give a fuck he the president. If Donald Trump told me that I didn't have a very high IQ, I would say, man, fuck you. You don't have no motherfucking high IQ either. Like, I wouldn't laugh. It wouldn't be nothing I'd be about. But that's the coonery in Stephen A. Because a part of him is enjoying that Donald Trump even mentioned him. Right? Because it brings him clicks. He can come on his show and, you know what I mean, make him more popular. Right? Because it's all a part of what Stephen A does. Right? But watch how he responds to this. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I don't even know how he's going to respond because I haven't seen it. But I can just imagine how this nigga going to respond to it. Let's move on.
Come to special edition of Straight Shooter with yours truly. That was the President of the United States talking about me. Obviously, he was commenting because some reporter asked him about...
And listen, he's so giddy about it. He's so happy about it. He mentioned me even in a bad way. He's so happy. Of even him disrespecting him as a man, as a person. He's so giddy about it. Let's move on.
How he felt about me because I made it very, very clear that when the New York Knicks were playing the San Antonio Spurs in Game 3 of the NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden on Monday night, that if they were to lose that game, that it would be his fault. He would be the...
And they lost. And that's more of some superstitious type of shit. Like, you get what I mean? Bad juju, we call it. Right? Yeah, that shit didn't look... Nobody wanted him there, bro. It threw off the atmosphere. Nobody was booing. Like, listen. All the entertainers that was there, nobody was getting booed, bro. Everybody pumped up, they hype. This motherfucker come, they know he there doing the national anthem. I guess Megyn Kelly, I forgot who it was. And white people, they've said, oh, if people don't put their hand across their heart and all this other shit, they ain't real Americans. So all those people that was there at the Knicks game that was booing Donald Trump when the national anthem was happening and they showed his face, is they not American? But anyway, nobody was lying about that shit. It's bad juju having somebody. Nope. Listen, Trump is not beloved in New York. Listen. Excuse me. Let me put y'all on game. You know what actually happened when they went to that game? All the people that couldn't get in the game used to be outside. It's like tailgating. They're watching the shit on screens. They outside. It's a whole bunch of people out there, right? They couldn't do that because this motherfucker came. So they locked down blocks for him just to come to a game. That didn't happen when Barack went to games and shit like that. They didn't lock down blocks. Come on, bro. First of all, as a president, why would you want to go to those games to stop those people from being a part of that situation to do that? Because he's selfish. They shut down blocks. People was already upset that he was coming, and then they couldn't find out, oh, we can't be outside of the stadium because of this motherfucker. Because he gonna come and get booed. Nobody wanted him there. Nobody. If I'm the owner, I'm telling Trump, of course he wasn't gonna do it, but if I'm the real owner, I'm telling Trump, no, you can't come, man. Because we not shutting down blocks for our fans to be outside. No, you can't come. And people like, oh, the owner can't say that. Yes, the owner can. Yes, the owner can. It's his business. Trump don't own that. because he the president. He don't own the Knicks. He can have a ticket all he want, but we're not shutting down no blocks. These fans pay their money too. People that buy merch from our shit is outside. No, bro. Let's move on.
New York Knicks playing the San Antonio Spurs in Game 3 of the NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden on Monday night, that if they were to lose that game, that it would be his fault. He would be to blame. Now, I didn't mean it in a literal sense in terms of their performance on the basketball court. That has something to do with the players, and I get that. But in the same breath, I wanted to highlight the level of culpability that the president had in disrupting the mojo of the New York Knicks, a team that had not been to the NBA Finals in 27 years, that had not been in a position to win a championship in 32 years because they had no chance 27 years ago against the San Antonio Spurs team because they were completely outnumbered and their star player Patrick Ewing was injured. 1994, they're going up against the Houston Rockets.
Let me say this. Anybody that voted against the Knicks for winning Game 3, hey, you should have got rich on that shit. Honestly. My honest opinion. But anyway, let's move on.
And they had a legitimate chance, but lost that series in the 7th game. And before that, they had won a championship in 1973. That is 53 years ago. Now, for those of you out there that don't care much about sports, this ain't about sports. I addressed that on my show on ESPN earlier today, and then this afternoon on my Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio show. This is my platform on YouTube. And I'm taking the opportunity to address it because I want to make very, very, very clear to those of you out there who are supporters of Trump and MAGA and all of this other stuff. This is not about politics. And anybody who tries to make it about politics, you're whistling into the wind. I don't give a damn what you're saying. I'm telling you what I know.
You're a liar. You're a liar. If you speak about the president, you're making it about politics. He's a politician. So that comes with being a politician. It's like a politician saying, oh, no, I just came here just to get some food or something. Don't make it about politics. No. And then people come rush them and ask them about politics. I'm not here for that. Well, motherfucker, you a politician. Like, what the fuck? Never mind. Like I said, coons gonna do what coons do. But anyway, let's move on. He's trying to save face. You're a coon ass nigga, man. Seen that, grow some balls and talking about, I don't give a fuck what they talking about. Yeah, you do, because you be back kissing their ass again. Bullshit ass
Don't
nigga.
care much about sports. This ain't about sports. I addressed that on my show on ESPN earlier today, and then this afternoon on my Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio show. This is my platform on YouTube. And I'm taking the opportunity to address it because I want to make very, very, very clear to those of you out there who are supporters of Trump and MAGA and all of this other stuff. This is not about politics. And anybody who tries to make it about politics, you're whistling.
He said it wasn't about sports. But now he's saying it's all the MAGA people. It's not about politics. What? What is he saying? Oh, this dude. He does gymnastics to not offend these crack-ass crackers. And like, I be wondering when our people are going to get tired of this nigga doing this type of shit. Of like, nigga, stand on something. He doesn't stand on shit. He's all over the fucking place. Is it not about sports? Is it not about politics? What is it about? It can't just be about opinion, bro. Opinions have meaning behind them. Opinion has meaning behind it.
And they had a legitimate chance, but lost that series in the 7th game. And before that, they had won a championship in 1973. That is 53 years ago. Now, for those of you out there that don't care much about sports, this ain't about sports. I addressed that on my show on ESPN earlier today, and then this afternoon on my Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio show. This is my platform on YouTube. And I'm taking the opportunity to address it because I want to make very, very, very clear to those of you out there who are supporters of Trump and MAGA and all of this other stuff. This is not about politics.
Well, time out. Well, what is it about, though? Like, damn, dude, you do so much buck dancing. Like, what the fuck are you talking? What are you saying? But anyway, let's move on, because he said what he said. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something that Stephen A. Because we didn't hear him fully out. Let's hear him out.
And anybody who tries to make it about politics, you're whistling into the wind. I don't give a damn what you're saying. I'm telling you what I know because I'm the one saying it. This is not about politics. This is about a New Yorker. This is about a president that was born, raised in Queens, New York. That's a lifelong New York Knicks fan. That saw them riding a level of momentum he hadn't seen since he was 26 years old. Watching and loving and supporting and rooting for the New York Knicks when he was 26 in 1973. May of 1973 to be exact.
Fuck commercial. My bad, people. My bad. Damn commercial. And then commercial, my bad, people.
To be exact. And to get in the way of those things and to disrupt that momentum and that fervor that New York had built when you know good and damn well that you are a real estate mogul that has been synonymous and associated with New York all your damn life. And you complain about the level of ineptitude that has existed with the New York Knicks franchise, along with various other franchises throughout the years. To see them in this position and to disrupt the momentum that they had built just because you want to attend the game, I call narcissistic and selfish. Why would I do such a thing? Because it's Donald Trump, that's why. Because it's factually correct, that's why. Because he had no business at the game. And the reason I say he had no business at the game, I'm not talking about an NBA Finals game, even though he was the first sitting president to ever attend an NBA Finals game. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm talking about the fact that there's watch parties outside of Madison Square Garden in New York City. This ain't Texas. It's not a bunch of land surrounding the arena and all of this open space and a multitude of exits and all of this other stuff. That is not Madison Square Garden. You don't know? Come visit. It's a sandbox. It's very tight. It's very congested. You go in one way, out the one, same way. It's no surprises. There's 8.5 million people. The streets are flooded with an abundance of human beings. And the New York Knicks, who hadn't been in the finals since 1999, having watch parties outside. Thousands upon thousands of people have been priced out because tickets ranged from 10,000 to 17,000.
Well, mind he said this shit is not about sports, though. So what are you talking about? Excuse me. I'm still trying to figure out what he's talking about. If it ain't about sports, what are you talking about? If it ain't about politics, then what is it about? Excuse me. But anyway, let's move on.
High as 101,000 before they were lowered because people had to wait so long to get into a game because the president was coming with his security detail, by the way, the Secret Service and beyond, that they ended up having to lower those prices. But people, even at those lower prices, is still too exorbitant for the average New Yorker or the average American citizen, for that matter, to afford. So I sat up there and said, because it's in New York, because of those watch parties, because of the fervor and momentum that existed, the president had no place there.
Because that's politics. Stephen A. Like, are you that ignorant, bro? But no, you know what? I take that back. I know you that ignorant. Listen. Number one, he didn't care about those people. Right? Trump's whole motive was about on some politics shit. Right? On being some selfish, some whatever, right? So he didn't give a fuck about those people that they had to push 30 blocks away, 2-3 blocks away for him somehow to be safe. They had all the security in New York, but somehow in DC, where he actually be, they didn't have security like they have now. Nobody tried to attempt to kill him, huh? Like, think about that, my people. All of a sudden, he goes to New York to go to a fucking basketball game. And all the security in the world for this motherfucker not to be touched. But somehow, some way, he goes to a correspondent dinner in DC where the secrets, everybody, that's why all law enforcement is there. It's the Capitol. And somehow a motherfucker get to what? You got all the security ever at this basketball game. Right? But he go to a correspondent dinner in DC and he has everybody's incompetent all of a sudden of him going a place. This motherfucker went to a UFC fight and it was more security there. Or the same type of security. And nothing happened to him. Like, what the fuck is... never mind. Let's move on. Like I said, this is the problem I had with Trump support. They stuck on stupid. And that's why it ain't a conspiracy theory. Listen, I believe somehow, some way Trump is almost... They knowing this shit gonna happen. That dude that tried to kill Trump... come on, bro. You think they ain't know? Come on, bro.
It's in New York. Because of those watch parties. Because of the fervor and momentum that existed.
Now, mind you, the shit that he went in New York, it's televised. It's just as big as the correspondent dinner shit. Okay? A lot of people there. It's a big thing. And somehow this motherfucker got in security. Went through security the way he did. Come on, bro. That shit bullshit, bro. You go at a Knicks game and somehow nothing happens to you. Nothing. Mind you, people, they are in a hotel that's around the Capitol. There's no way. It should be way more thorough security there than anywhere else in the world. It's the capital of the fucking country. And somehow, the dude that they're saying that did all this shit, he got this. Come on, bro. And the president coming? Come on, man. This is all bullshit. Let's move on.
The president had no place there. Because it would cause too much of a ruckus. And naturally, because he took umbrage with what I had to say, because I used words like narcissist, and I said selfish, and I said if the New York Knicks lose game 3, which they ended up doing, it would be his fault. He was offended.
Well, you ain't call him no racist, though. So he ain't that mad at you. That's why he said he like you. Because you ain't call him a racist, but he still called you stupid, basically. Damn fucking these goddamn sellout niggas, these buck dancing niggas, boy, I swear.
And that is why he said this. Play this clip again, please, so everybody can see the president speaking for himself. Play it again.
ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith, who was talking about running for president, said he would blame you if the Knicks lost the game. How do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy, but you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually.
That's just the way you make me feel. That's just the way you make me feel. Get that big deal feeling this Friday, June 23rd through the 26th.
Without T-Mobile 5G home internet, this place is spooky.
Relax. Now you can get T-Mobile 5G home internet with same-day delivery. Nothing to be scared of. Get T-Mobile 5G home internet delivered the same day. Powered by
I knew that show was gonna last this long. I wouldn't.
First things first.
Listen, let me just say this too. Trump is not that fucking intelligent. That's number one. Number two, I'm not trying to defend Stephen A. I believe Stephen A. Smith is probably more intelligent than Donald Trump. Morally, at the end of the day, they're probably the same type of people. Right? Character-wise, they're probably the same people. But the only thing that Stephen A. probably got over Donald Trump is that I think he's more intelligent than Donald Trump. That's about it. So for Donald Trump to talk about somebody's IQ and all that other shit, he don't have the IQ to do that. You don't have the IQ to do what you're doing. You don't. And I believe Stephen A. Smith is smarter than you. And I'm not trying to defend Stephen A., but I'm just saying, he's smarter than Donald Trump. Ain't nothing smart about Donald Trump. Sorry. But anyway, let's move on.
I appreciate the fact that he said I was a nice guy, because I am a nice guy. This is actually true.
You see how this coon-ass nigga, I'm proud that, I'm very happy that a racist told me that I'm a nice guy. What? Yo, you can't make this up. Yo, how desperate of a black person you could be to be okay with a motherfucker telling you that you're not intelligent enough to even speak. Because that's what he said, basically. But then you say, I give him props to tell me that he like that I was a good guy. Listen, it was a lot of good slaves, too. It was good people that was good slaves. Did that matter to slave owners? Motherfucker. That they try to keep black people from reading and writing? They was good people, too. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? I appreciate that you said I'm a good guy. What? Listen, a racist can think that I'm not a good guy. I'll actually be happy about that. Because some of the fact, I know you are a piece of shit. You worse than me. So for a racist to say, well, I think he's a good guy, it's an insult to me. It's an insult. Why are you going to say I'm a good person? Because I believe you ain't shit. Don't give me no compliment because I'm not going to give you one. So keep the same energy. Anyway, let's move on. That's that coonery shit.
Secondly, Donald Trump and I have history. We've known each other before he ever entered the White House. And in the world of sports, he knows what I bring to the table.
Why?
I'd also like to remind everybody that over a year ago, on a network.
No, first of all, no, he doesn't. He doesn't know shit because he just disrespects you. He told you wasn't intelligent enough. And that's what Trump does to black people that says shit that he don't like, that they say about him. He tell them they ain't intelligent enough. They ain't smart enough. I mean, it's all a deflection because he know he ain't that smart. But I'm just saying, but that's what he says to black people that criticize him. They ain't intelligent enough. Come on, bro. You can't make this shit up. But anyway, let's move on.
News Nation. The same Donald Trump that said my IQ was low and that you have to have a strong aptitude and a high IQ to be the president. That was the same Donald Trump that told Bill O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo and a packed audience for a town hall meeting that he would love to see me run for president. But because I said what I said about him being the reason that the New York Knicks will have lost Game 3, he obviously took offense and clapped back. That is his right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not offended by that whatsoever. I'm not offended by it because it's his default position. I'm not offended by it because he does get attacked every day. Sometimes, believe it or not, unfairly. And I'm not offended by it because, unlike him, I can take it. And I also don't mind the fact that I'm in good company.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, well, well. The coonery comes out. Y'all hear it, right? Y'all see it. Y'all see it, right? Y'all hearing it. You hear the coonery? You hear the coonery. But let a double black person say, listen. Woo! You remember when a Barry Solomon, I think that's his name. I'm sorry, fuck your name up, bro. That said that a lot of black people say he's unqualified to be speaking about certain shit. He did not have this type of energy. He went off. When it was a black person said something, oh, a white man say something to you. All of a sudden, it's his opinion. Oh, the coonery is crazy. Stephen A., you should be ashamed of yourself, bro. Let's listen to it again. Hold on. Let's listen to it again. Listen how much of a fucking sellout he is. You should be ashamed of yourself. And black people, some of y'all still supporting this nigga. You should be ashamed of yourself supporting this nigga. He's a sellout. Listen to what he says.
And Chris Cuomo and a packed audience for a town hall meeting that he would love to see me run for president. But because I said what I said about him being the reason that the New York Knicks will have lost Game 3, he obviously took offense and clapped back. That is his right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not offended by that whatsoever. I'm not offended by it because it's his default position. I'm not offended by it because he does get attacked every day.
What?
Sometimes, believe it or not,
What? Oh, I'm not offended because he gets attacked every day. What? You don't have that same energy for Biden. You have that same energy for Barack. Barack get attacked every day too. Why the fuck you go after Barack like that? Huh, nigga? But yo, you can't make this up, bro. Stephen A, you're a sucker ass nigga, man. You a pussy ass dude, man. I don't tell you that shit to your face, you're a pussy. You a pussy, bro. You have no backbone. You a coward, bro. Oh, I understand, because he get attacked every day. So did every president. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? Just admit that you're a scary ass nigga. You scary. The fuck you talking about? He get attacked every day. So I don't take offense to what he said. What? Michelle Obama get attacked every day. She said something about you wasn't even nowhere close to being harsh like that. Or what Trump told you, you weren't smart enough. Michelle Obama didn't say that. Nowhere close to that. And you attacked her. You didn't say I understand her and all that other stuff. You went after her. Wow. And this is why I told black people, some of the black people, why y'all still supporting this dude, man? He's just selling us out. He's a coward. He won't even stand up for his own self. Motherfucker tell you he ain't smart enough. And then he come out and say, well, he said what he said and I ain't smart enough because he been attacked all the time. So I respect it. You respect the motherfucker that disrespect your intelligence because he's getting attacked every day because he is the president. He's in the forefront. He's the forefront in the world. And you got sympathy for that? Are you crazy, nigga? Nah, man. Like I said, you know what? Anybody that's still supporting Stephen A. Smith, you're a part of the problem. You're a part of the problem. And fuck you. Fuck are you supporting getting behind this dude, man? Are y'all crazy? Y'all had no problem with this dude said. Fuck Trump. I'm talking about Stephen A. You have no problem with what he said. Nothing. These ain't my people. I tell you that. You ain't my people. You ain't my black folks. You can say, oh, you niggas. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. No motherfucker disrespect me and say I ain't intelligent enough to say what I said when I'm right. And then say I respect it because, he can say I'm stupid because you know what? He get attacked all the time. So I'm okay with him calling me stupid. That's what Stephen A. did. And any Stephen A. Smith fans out there that go along with that bullshit, then fuck you too. You dumbass niggas. You just as dumb as Trump think y'all are. The fuck out of here, bro. Motherfucker call me dumb and say, oh, I give him a pass because he get attacked every day. He can call me stupid and dumb. And my opinion don't mean shit. Because, you know what? I don't get attacked like him every day. So I'm stupid. I'm not that qualified to speak. Okay. Let's move on, man. This is the coonery shit that we deal with in our community. See, this is one of the biggest threats to me. We got our niggas that do the shit in the hood or whatever, but when we start standing together on coonery, we can stop this shit in the street shit. But if niggas are still out here making excuses for sellouts, we got a problem as a people. This is a problem. You allowing Stephen A. Smith to get away with this bullshit he just said? And you still gonna support him? Fuck out of here. This is the problem.
Bill O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo and a packed audience for a town hall meeting that he would love to see me run for president. But because I said what I said about him being the reason that the New York Knicks will have lost game 3, he obviously took offense and clapped back. That is his right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not offended by that whatsoever. I'm not offended by it because...
Remind you, he never says that about other people that says shit about him. He never says that that's their opinion. I'm not offended by it or nothing. He never does that. He go at them, especially if they black. But it's a white man that's the president of the United States. I'm not offended. You coward ass piece of shit. Damn, Stephen A., you're a fucking coward, bro. Oh my God, you're a coward. You go with every black person. You don't say, oh, it's just their opinion and you're not offended by it. You do whole shows about them. And you go shows for them. Trump say something, nigga, your temperament is different. You got so much respect for him. And your voice, your temperament. Listen to his temperament, people. I can't make this up. This fucking coward. Stephen A., you're a coward, bro. Then that man told you you ain't smart enough. Roland Martin told you, a lot of black people tell you, you ain't educated enough in this. And you go off. You do shows. Not one, you do shows. You coward. You do shows against your people. But this motherfucker, you did a show and kiss his ass. You fucking coward. You bitch ass nigga. Wow.
It's his default position. I'm not offended by it because he does get attacked every day. Sometimes, believe it or not, unfairly. And I'm not offended by it because, unlike him, I can take it. And I also don't mind the fact that I'm in good company.
First of all, that's a lie. You can't take it. Because when somebody else says some shit that's offensive to you, you go off. You do shows about it. Not one, you do shows about it. The fuck are you talking about? You're a liar, bro. Stephen A., you're a fucking liar. And for black people, somehow black folks, they're still saying and trying to defend this shit of this nigga. This nigga's a coward. He won't even stand up. Nigga told him he ain't smart enough. And I ain't offended by that. The difference is because I can handle it. No, he can't. Motherfucker told him he's not qualified. He goes off on people. And they mainly black. He goes off on us. But he won't go off on Trump, though. Listen, I hold Michelle Obama higher than I hold Trump. And this nigga went out his way to disrespect Michelle Obama. And she didn't go off. She didn't say he wasn't smart or no shit like that. She just said how he be acting is like a reality show. That's it. She didn't say he wasn't smart, intelligent, or nothing. What the fuck? Fuck this coward.
Maxine Waters, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, some Republicans, whether it's Thom Tillis, whether it's Chris Christie. How about pundits and podcasters and YouTubers like Candace Owens and Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson?
It's all lies. He's trying to mix them all together like he goes after them as tough as he go at the others. He's a liar. We watched that shit, bro. I watched it. I'll put it that way. You are a liar, bro. You let this man tell you that you ain't smart enough, you ain't intelligent enough to say what you said. Come on, man. Listen, what you said was a lot of people felt off of superstition. That wasn't like a real intelligent thing. But he just tell you that you're not intelligent enough to even have a superstition feeling. You're not intelligent enough. That's what he told you. And you can't make this shit up, bro. I swear to all the Stephen A. Smith, y'all still supporting this dude. Are y'all crazy? This is so disrespectful to our people. And he don't even recognize it. He says, oh, I'm not offended, but what? As a black person, nigga, I don't even fuck with you, Stephen A. I'm offended that he said that to you. You don't get it, nigga? Let's move on, bro.
Let's not forget Representative Jasmine Crockett, a former Vice President of the United States and Democratic nominee for the presidency of the United States, Kamala Harris. Low IQs. By the way, Jasmine Crockett has a law degree. Licensed to practice law in the state of Arkansas, Texas, and federally. Kamala Harris is a former state attorney general, a former senator, former vice president of the United States of America, just like
and
that.
Stephen A., you're not on a level. You're not on a level. And he called them dumb. He called them uneducated. You're not even nowhere on that level. But I believe you more intelligent than Donald Trump. Matter of fact, ain't I believe, I know you more intelligent than him. See how as a black person that don't like your coon ass can give you props and say you better than a fucking racist of intelligent wise? Now, it's your choice to use it however you use it, but I know that you're more intelligent than Trump. But you'll get mad at a motherfucker like me that'll call your ass out on your coonery. But this racist, ignorant, stupid dude, because he dumb as shit, unintelligent motherfucker, can tell you how stupid you are, and you got all the utmost respect for him. Please, listen, I want the Secret Service, I want the FBI, I want everybody in the government to know. I do not like Trump. I think he a piece of shit. I think he ain't shit. He ain't shit. So come bring your shit, call it a threat, call it whatever you want. And if he die, he die. I don't give a fuck about that racist piece of shit. And I don't give a fuck about you racist motherfuckers that probably would come to come get me. You think I care? Like that? Fuck you. You support a racist that I don't give a fuck. You ain't doing your job. You just a racist. Fuck out of here. I'm not supporting no racist nigga. You out your mind. Fuck out of here. I'll support no racist. Sorry. I don't give a fuck what position they in. The fuck out of here. And Stephen A., shame yourself, bro. You went at the black people way more harder, and they was way more intelligent than Donald fucking Trump. And you know that. But you give him all this respect because what? Because he the fucking one of the most stupidest presidents that we have ever seen. This dude is an idiot. And you want to give him respect because what? He the president? Fuck out of here, bro. You coward. You're a coward. You don't stand for shit. And that's why I say this nigga, when niggas question his blackness, this is why they say it. This is why we say we question this nigga blackness. What you doing, bro? You gotta. This was a prime example for Stephen A. to stand up and be on some bullshit. But of course, he coward like the bitch ass sellout he is. The man can call him stupid and ignorant, saying he ain't qualified to even speak on Donald Trump. Are you crazy? First of all, Donald Trump can't tell me I can't speak on him. I know more about politics than he do. And he the president. I know how policies and laws work more than he does. I know this for a fact. The fuck are we talking about? That's because a motherfucker get in a position ain't named that doesn't mean they are qualified to have that position. We done seen plenty of people be in positions in real life that ain't supposed to be there. Like how the fuck they became the supervisor or the manager or some shit over me? We all have seen it and been through it. And this nigga Stephen A. Come on, bro. This shit is ridiculous, bro. I can't even believe somebody sent me this shit. Like, you knew how I was going to react to this. Whoever sent me this shit, I can't remember who sent this shit to me. But come on, bro. You already know how I was going to react to this bullshit. This coonery. And it just angers me, bro. And it saddens me because my people, I'm like, yo, this dude have a say over somehow people, and these people think this dude is a good dude. Stephen A. is trash, bro. He ain't shit. Nigga won't step up when, nigga, this is a prime example to step up. He won't even do it. Nigga basically called him stupid. He's not intelligent enough to speak on me. What? On Trump? Nigga, listen. A third grader can speak on Trump. This nigga is the most stupid. It ain't an opinion. These are facts. He's the most stupid ass president we have ever seen, an incompetent president we have seen in history. He's incompetent. It's not even an opinion. These are facts. He's proven it. Listen, I'm out with some of you black folks that still act like Stephen A. Smith is somebody. You think that all you want. Like I said, you're a part of the problem and you're a fucking sellout just like he is. Anybody supports Stephen A. This is a prime example where he even could have did his little trickery shit that try to pretend that he actually gave, like he gonna stand on business with black people. He didn't even do it. I respect his opinion. You respect a racist ass white man to say that you're not intelligent enough to speak on some shit you know about in a way? Come on, bro. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. I'm out, man. I'm out. I can't deal with this shit no more, man. I really make my family some dinner. See, I do real shit in life. I ain't got time to be sitting here with niggas like Stephen A. Smith shit. Nigga, you look, you got all that money in the world and you still a coward. You ain't got no type of fucking fighting. You just a coward. You trying to protect your riches. Nigga, fuck out of here. Nigga, that shit, you don't die with none of that shit. And you hope and pray that your kids leave a legacy for them. They take the money and do the right thing. Like, you just hope and pray for that. That's not a guarantee. They're not gonna do exactly what you're gonna do. Hopefully his kids don't turn out to be like him. Jesus. Horrible nigga, man. Stephen A, you're a bad person, bro. Like, seriously, you're a coward. How you be that fucking coward to a motherfucker that told you ain't smart enough? You still the president of the United States. I don't give a fuck who it is. Nigga, I'm a grown-ass man at the end of the day, nigga. I don't give a fuck who will lead. If Barack Obama told me I wasn't intelligent enough to doing some shit that Trump did, nigga, I would tell, or he spoke about our people like that, I'll tell Barack Obama to suck my dick and fuck him. Like how I do Donald Trump. Ain't no motherfucking way Barack Obama can talk to me like that or talk about my people like that. Fuck him. Fuck you talking about? You let a motherfucker talk about you and talk about your people like that. Fuck out of here, bro. Nigga, I tell Barack Obama, fuck him. Just like I'm saying, fuck Stephen A. You piece of shit. I ain't mad at him. You know, he get a lot of ridiculing. What the fuck? He the president, so what? So now you want to be the... Never mind. This nigga told us I'm not going to be that upset at him because of what he said about me, that saying I was stupid and ignorant, is because he get a lot of backlash. So that's why I ain't going to say nothing about him calling me stupid. The president of the United States. When he didn't have to do that. But he did it anyway because it's a fucking racist. But you say, I'm going to accept it because he get a lot of bad publicity and bad shit that comes. What? See, man, you're a coward, bro. You're a coward, man. And you can't make this shit up. And I can't make this shit up, bro. You a coward, bro. Oh my God, I can't believe he said that shit and did this shit. You fucking coward. Anyway, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world, people. I gotta fucking work tomorrow. I'm out, man. This nigga, unbelievable.